Um, I'm gonna make a short video right now. I wanted to make it all day. Sorry, I was wearing my glasses. I wanted to talk about how everything happens and how it's better when I keep moving. And at least it's better for me. So I just got yesterday. I noticed how I was still receiving like checks and money and things coming from places, and that led me to understand two things. First thing is I'm still disorganized. I'm supposed to know where my money's coming from, but money is not a bad surprise. I mean, I was getting checks, and I am still getting checks, and sometimes I wonder where is this coming from. Like I don't remember this, but still, it's a check. It's positive. It kind of happens with the debts also. Like but at least it happens with the positive, which is not bad at all. Second thing is that it shows me how it's important to focus on the work. So I read something about Obama one time, how he was after being a senator, he was just not after it was he wanted to become one, so he was just going in and going after it and going after it, and he kept losing. But every time he lost, he said, "You know what? Let's just focus on the work. What's next?" So he just kept going, kept going, kept going until it happened. So when I'm feeling bad, when I feel overwhelmed, when I feel like everything is just crumbling and coming down, I still force myself to do the work. Because if you do the work, eventually you're going to get out of that rut. Just so that you have an idea, last month, at the beginning of the month or the beginning of the month before that, I got a letter saying that I had missed three payments for my mortgage and my mortgage was going to go into foreclosure, possibly. I know I still had time, but I get paid. When I get paid like 45 days, in the future. That's a problem, obviously, because you work today and you work your butt off, but you don't see, payment until like later on. So when you're a contractor, it's hard because sometimes you might say, okay, I know it's coming in 45 days. Sometimes the payment is late. Sometimes it's like, oh no, we never got it, or we never got your invoice, or no, we still haven't made a payment, or some story. There not always, but there's a problem. And I remembered how one of those times was when I was working with a specific person. I had this contract, um, and I didn't have any money to eat. I didn't have any money to um like you think that or people think that when you come into this country, like when you come to the US and you immigrate here, that you have money and then everything is solved and then you made it. People don't understand that it's hard because they understand that you make dollars, but they don't understand that you also spend dollars. So not even with the exchange rate and you sending money down there, yeah, okay, it's fine and dandy, but $50 is $50. I mean, $50 that you can probably stretch more in a different country. Yeah, most likely, but I need those $50 here because I spend more than what you spend. Um, so I'm saying this because there was that one time that payment was coming in late. I was only counting with that payment, and I thought I was gonna get it, and I got it maybe like 10 days later. That week, that it was a summertime. Luckily, my daughters were not, they were not here at home. But I remember having to open up. I was lucky enough to find a piggy bank. I got that piggy bank. I had some quarters in there. I was just putting in there, and I got it out. And guess what? I had money. I found like 70 something dollars, and I was able to eat for a few days with that because I just went to the supermarket and got like stuff to last me as long as it could until that payment came in. Yes, I was making good money, but the payments were not consistent, and I didn't have any money saved up. So I was just starting to make good money, but it wasn't. Um, I hadn't been making money for that long time. So, um, yeah, and that just got me thinking of that. Like, I remember those times, and it's not that far behind. It's not that long ago, but I have a lot of different blessings happening lately. Like, I was able to change my vehicle. I was able to um, I'm able to buy food. I'm able to put food in the fridge. I'm able to move my business forward. Like I have the funds right now, and I have money coming in more than what I can spend, or because I'm not spending everything. It's not like I'm just going out there and throwing money, but I'm still being frugal. I'm still, you know, saving money. But it's nice, it's nice to finally feel like you have room to breathe. But I just want to say, that it happened to me. It could happen to anybody, and I know it happens to everybody that's trying to do something new. But nothing lasts forever. Not the good times, they don't last forever. Not the bad times either. So hang in there. If you're watching this, and you're probably going through a rut. If I'm watching this again, just things are gonna get better. Things always get better. And even if you have all your problems solved, even if you have all the money that you want to have, life happens. And not everything is solved with money. Yes, it makes it a lot easier though. For example, if something happens to somebody, the fact that you have flexibility and helping with expenses and things like that, always, it's always a blessing. But you're still gonna feel pain. You're still gonna have problems. Your kids might still get sick. You might still have something happen with in traffic. So it's not that flexibility works every single problem that you have, but it does help. It helps with your state of mind. And I've noticed that when I'm in that state of mind, that everything is just crammed in there, and I feel bad and I feel stressed out. I'm like, oh my gosh, what is it? Why do I feel so stressed? Like, what's going on? Like, I can't sleep. I can't be at ease. Something's going on. But then when I start solving problems or taking off things on my agenda, I feel more relaxed. So I feel that when I have too many things and when I'm too disorganized, that's when I start being not feeling well. I'm getting to a point where I have problems. So the other day I was so suffocated. I was just doing so many things, and I realized that when I put it in an agenda, like I just emptied it out, and I didn't have to keep it in my mind anymore because I was just so afraid I was going to forget, that I just kept reminding myself of everything. So I emptied everything out on the agenda, and then it worked out beautifully. And because I was in a better state of mind also. So there's a lot of stuff that I said in this video. Again, I hadn't, there was a lot of things and a lot of days that I went by without making videos. But yeah, that's basically it. If you can hear my cat, I apologize. She just wants to come in. Let me just let her in. Because she'll come in, make a mess, then want to get out. So I think the main takeaways from this video is, it's no matter what's going on, times are always changing. It's always ups and downs. But when you're down, remember there was always an up. The way to get up is by focusing in the work. Focus on moving forward. Because if you don't, then you're never going to go up. So just focus on what you have to do and what the next step is. There's always a next step. Just follow that. I like these reminders for myself. When I feel suffocated, I just put everything on an agenda, and that makes it easier. Stop playing with that bag. So just putting everything on an agenda makes it easier for me, and it makes it, more manageable. So that always helps. And yeah, I think that's it. I think I'm just gonna cut it there. I'll see this soon, I guess.